Alright everybody, hello and welcome to another Head Buddies Plays Beacon Pines. Without further ado, let's get into it. What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Why were you so scared of that old lady in that hazmat suit? That was my gran. See what that was? Your gran? Yeah. Okay, well, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this. Let's just go to the treehouse and figure things out there. Lead the way. The last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, we're not worried.
The clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Well, maybe try minding your P's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it. Absolutely. If you'll just sign here, acknowledging everything is accurate, we'll be out of your hair in a flash. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
There. Would you like my eternal soul as well?
The clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility, then broke into laughter as they walked away.
Hi, Mr. Nuncreed. Luca, let me give you some advice. Next time you see someone you don't know asks to hear your thoughts, give him a good hard bop right on the kisser. Oh, Gran just tells me to stay away from the clipboards. That's good. That's good. Gran is a smart lady, Luca. Speaking of which, better run along home now. Too dark out to be wandering on your own. You know, this kid is getting a lot of free reign. Another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how all the Perennial Harvest folks order the same drink? Decaf cappuccino with extra foam. Why? I don't know. I just thought it's a little odd. Pretty weird for sure. Well, customer's always right. See you bright and early tomorrow. I can't wait. This damn bridge. What are these two doing?
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
All coming together quite nicely. Couldn't have done it without you.
The mayor gave a half-hearted shrug.
I'm not so sure about that. Nonsense. That reminds me, I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contributions. Yeah, she has been indisposed of late. She doesn't much like me, does she? Oh no, that's not it at all. She's just been busy. Of course. Regardless, I would be forever grateful if you could pass my thanks on to her. The History Museum adds a real air of import to the whole affair. And we couldn't very well celebrate the storied Beacon Pines without including the Valentines. My father was a great man. You're darn tootin' he was.
Kerr locked his arm on Gus's shoulder.
But I mean the entire Valentine family. Present company included. Can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr? Call me William. Ask away. William, why are you doing all of this? Gosh, I've never felt one needed a compelling reason to throw a party. Not just the festival. All of this. There's gotta be 100 down on their luck towns out there. Why is Perennial Harvest so invested in helping Beacon Pine? You know what I love the most about the agriculture business? Seeds. Seeds? Yep, little bundles of potential.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kerr gestured grandly toward the horizon.
You treat a seed right, nurture it, feed it, and it can grow into something truly special. You see potential here? Undoubtedly. Seed of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs is a little nudge. And the right leadership, of course. Oh. Good night, Mayor Valentine. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here. So what's your buddy Rolo like? Rolo? He's Rolo. Not particularly helpful. Sorry, I've just never thought about it. Lots of energy. Funny even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the foul harvest. About damn time you tell me about this foul harvest thingy. It's kinda a long story. Hit me with the highlights. Okay. Used to be a fertilizer company called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal. Oh, a big deal fertilizer. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. Well, Valentine's grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used his fertilizer. Things were good. I'm sensing a big but. Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine died suddenly. And something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was in the water, air, or soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died. And everyone blamed the Valentines. Foul harvest. Yep. Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs. Eesh. Next year the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and it sort of is a crapshoot of what happens. And no one knows why? Nope. I take it Rolo's farm got the short end of the stick. Yep, for some reason their farm was hit harder than others. Well, that sucks. Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. The Beacon Pines Reborn Initiative. Yep, first thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. They even put us up in hotels one town over for a week while they decontaminate the groundwater. We'd better get going. It's about time. It's about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? The name's Beck. You must be Rollo. I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission Control.
Rollo waggled his head with pride.
You'll find we spared no expense in construction. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey Luca, you know the security concerns we talked about? Yeah. While I was waiting, I made some improvement. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. He goes all out, doesn't he? Always. Where do you guys get all the junk in the first place? There's a guy in town named Jeff who trades us junk for snacks. Junk food for junk. Nice. So, pretty sweet security, right? It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Luca, are we sure we can trust the new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Thanks, I guess. Oh, Luca, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
Like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know, but the place was lit up and active. Maybe they were squatters? I don't think so, it seemed more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some equipment running. A man pulled you in? Yeah, but I got away. You kept saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah. Well, then it could have been a woman. How did you get away? I grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let go and I ran. Dang. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Yeah, that's the other part. On our way back here, Beck and I saw Harris Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Rollo let out a low whistle.
And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was proper clandestine meetup. But let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine warehouse. You were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit. And then you saw your Gran in the same suit talking to Harris Valentine. Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this town is kinda awesome.
Rollo and Luca shot back a look.
No offense. So we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies infiltrated the town. And their leader is your Gran and she tried to murder you. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it couldn't have been my Gran at the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged. But she's definitely hiding something. Maybe. But Gran is weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. All she does is sit around all day making jam. What could she possibly have to hide? I don't know, we haven't talked much since we moved in. Moved in? If Gran isn't from here? No, she came a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing. Did you know your Gran before? Not really, no. It's been years since I'd seen her. Luca, don't take this the wrong way, but are we sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Luca gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. Sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up. We could say the same about your family. But you're right. Luca, your Gran is hiding something. And Pa always says folks only bury stuff worth digging up. You need to investigate your house. My Gran really is hiding something. Don't you think I would have noticed by now? That's kind of the whole point of hiding something. I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear. We could start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count me in.
Chapter 6. Secret Lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights Luca walked home slowly, and reaching home, he slipped.
Alright, and that's gonna do it for this episode. So if you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.